Is it Morbin time? Well, let's talk about it. What is up, everybody? I am Mason from the Mockbuster YouTube channel, and today we're going to be talking about Morbius on 4K Blu-ray, and is it worth the upgrade from Blu-ray? Let's get it started. I don't want to take too long of your time, because we all know this is a terrible movie. I hated this movie so much with a passion, because it wasted my time. I saw it in theaters, and I saw it again on 4K Blu-ray, and it's the same bullshit story. I hate it so much. Well, such a waste of time. Such a blue ball teaser in that trailer when they show Michael Keaton. He's not even in the movie. It's a terrible movie. Terrible performances. Jared Leto's an asshole. What do you put all those people what he made all those crew people go through just so that he can method act and he can walk around in canes and stuff, taking 40 minutes just to use the washroom. You know, the story isn't anything good. The action is terrible. There are some decent spots. But anyways, we're not here to talk about the movie, we're here to talk about the 4K transfer. Let's get into the technical specs. This is a 4K UHD Blu-ray combo pack that comes with a Blu-ray and a digital code. This is in 2160p. This was filmed in 6.5K and finished with a 4K DI. So you know this is going to be a good transfer. And this is in 2.39 by 1, so you are going to get those black letterbox bars. Audio formats are Dolby Atmos HD, True HD 7.1, 5.1, and all that other stuff heading down. Okay, wow, what is Sony doing? I mean, they're making such shit movies with great transfers. I mean, we got the same thing with the Venom movies and all that stuff. But yeah, this is a really good looking 4K transfer. This is shot in 6.5K, as I said, with a 4K digital intermediate. So this is sharp as hell. The image is great on close-ups and on mid-range shots. You can see so much detail on things such as pores, imperfections, individual strands of hair, Michael Morbius's very iconic beard, apparently. He has a beard. It used to be a goatee, but now it's a full beard. All full of detail, you know, beads of sweat, blood. They all look great, and funnily enough, even the shitty CGI Morbin time faces look really sharp, because that's usually the downgrade of such a CG heavy movie, being that the kind of, you know, the low grade CG takes it down. But for this having a 4K digital intermediate, I was surprised on how good the CG looks. You know, throughout the entire board, you know, very impressive. It impressed me a lot. You know, things like the weird smoke effect when they're like running vampire mode and they're, you know, going around flying and stuff. They have that trailing effect. That looks really, really good. There is a lot of depth in this 4K transfer. So it's so sharp that you can see when they added that white foundation to both Milo and Morbius's character. You can see the white foundation where they blotched it and where they added a more heavier aspects of it. It looks really good. You know, it really portrays this sickly aspect of who they are. You know, they have this blood disease and how sick they are. You know, the 4K transfer really adds to that immersiveness. As I said, there is a lot of depth to this transfer. The foreground and background are discernible. Set pieces have an huge uptick in detail of sharpness above the Blu-ray counterpart, and it honestly really impressed me a lot. You know, Sony has again been making such shitty movies with amazing transfers. You know, so I can't really, you know, when I was pixel peeping, I couldn't detect any sort of imperfections, things like aliasing. I couldn't find that, no banding, and no video noise. Now let's get into the high dynamic range, the HDR. This does have Dolby Vision HDR. And, you know, I was a bit, you know, sus on how well they could do HDR for this, because this does have an overall very cold metallic color palette. But, you know, the Dolby Vision HDR gives it that Matrix effects. You know, Matrix has this this cold green look, but there's still, you know, other colors that are able to pop throughout the transfer. Same with Morbius. You know, other colors do still pop through. Facial complexions are intact. You know, you can tell when Michael Morbius in the beginning, he's very sickly, very pale. And then when he goes full on Morbin time and he's rejuvenated and he's full of life, you can see, you know, all of that stuff. You can see all the blood pulsing through his veins. You can see all that stuff. It looks really nice. You know, when he goes to prison, he wears that orange jumpsuit, and that looks really vibrant and really nice. The orange really pops. You know, when it's Morbin time, his very beautiful blue eyes turn into this very evil, rich red in his eye color. So that looks really nice. It really pops. It has this very rich and, velvety feel to them. Lastly, the black levels are inky as ever without crushing detail. Shadow detail does look nice, with different lighting situations that are a real standout when it comes to this Dolby Vision transfer. And lastly, this is audio demo quality worthy. Like this was a really good audio experience. The Atmos transfer sounds amazing. There's so much detail and fighting and all sorts of morbid sounds. This isn't a flat transfer. This isn't a flat Atmos track. As every speaker will be used, whether it's overheads when bats are flying or around you when Morbius is running throughout the screen, going throughout the place, rain swooshing down and then hitting the floor. You'll be able to hear it all over the place. This was a great audio experience, and it will work out your system. Overall, wow, this was a terrible movie. This gave me flashbacks of Halloween Kills, where I didn't really enjoy the movie, but with the 4K transfer, it kind of steps it up a bit, where it's somewhat tolerable. I mean, if this was a good movie, I would highly recommend it. The transfer itself stands on its own. It looks great. It sounds great. But damn, dude. Fuck, dude. Why is there good movies that get shafted, and why are bad movies getting such weird praises? I felt the same way with Halloween Kills, same way with the Amazing Spider-Man 2. That was a terrible movie, but it's demo worthy. So yeah, I mean, if I had to rate them on a scale, like critically, without even mentioning the story, like image quality is a 9, audio HDR is a 8.5, and what's it called? The audio is a 9, like almost a 9.5. Like this is a 9 out of 10 4K transfer, a great transfer. Same with what's it called? Matrix Resurrections. Matrix Resurrections. Terrible movie, really good looking transfer. So yeah, I mean, and it's also a huge improvement comparing that from the 1080p disc, getting the more grayer type blacks, having less depth and all that stuff. This is, a pretty big improvement over the 1080p, and it is worth it over the 1080p. But I mean, again, if you like this movie, you are going to be very happy with the transfer. But if you want nothing to do with this movie, it looks good, it sounds great. It's a movie that I wouldn't recommend watching just for the story. But if you're just having your display shelves and like you want to watch a funny bad movie, maybe one day we'll get the extended cut like how we got with the Spidey cut. So yeah, so that was it. I am Ace from the Mockbus YouTube channel. If you like this review, please make sure to hit a like. And if you like everything physical media, whether it's 4K Blu-ray hunts, I go to the thrift stores, I go to the flea market, swap meets, whatever you like to call them. I go everywhere where I can find a good deal, where I can find some good gems on 4K. If that sounds interesting to you, please leave a like and subscribe for more content, and hit that bell notification so you know whenever I upload next. This has been it. This has been my review of Morbius on 4K Blu-ray, 9 out of 10. Demo worthy, but really bad story. But yeah, so thank you so much. I've been Mace from the Mockbuster YouTube channel. Please have yourself a good day, night, evening, afternoon, morning, whatever you're watching this. Please stay safe and God bless. Peace, love, and it's Morbin time.